Hey guys, welcome to Mom Minutes. I hope you're having a good day. I think I might change the title of these segments from Mom Minutes to Car Minutes because I'm doing so many of these videos in my car. But today we are at our homeschool classes here in Tomball, and so this was just a great time to do this video because it's so nice and quiet in here. Hey, we're going to talk about kids' allowances today. So this is going to be kind of a broad overview of kids' allowances, but geared more towards elementary age. I'd like to do a different video on junior high and high school age for kids' allowances, but today it's more geared towards the younger kids. When you're thinking about kids' allowances, what you need to think about is, first of all, why do you want to give your kids an allowance? What's the point? So is it for them to save money? Is it for them to learn how to budget? I will say for our kids, it was kind of all of those. It was for them to be able to learn how to budget their money, to save their money, to have money to give when they had the opportunity to give to someone, so they could be their own thing and they could really kind of count the cost themselves. What is your goal in giving them an allowance? And there are different ways that you can give an allowance. Most people tie allowances to chores. Not everybody, but for the most part they do. So the first way to do an allowance chore system is to assign a dollar amount to each chore. So like if they make their bed, it's 50 cents. If they help with the dishes, it's 50 cents, that sort of thing. That's a great system in the aspect of them getting like an immediate reward, or them seeing at least, on paper how it's adding up, or on an app how it's adding up for them. The downfall of that is if your kid is not motivated by money. If they really could care less about buying anything, they just don't have that desire, or if they don't feel like it that day. So they could not feel like doing anything that day, making their bed or doing the dishes, and then you end up with a lot of the chores yourself, or just say, hey, just go do it, so that could be a downfall. There are ways to get around that, but that could be the hard part of that system. The second way is to just give them a monthly allowance, and then to say, because you're part of this family, I expect you to make your bed and to brush your teeth and to help with the dishes, that sort of thing. The downfall of that system is to basically them to feel like they're entitled to money all the time, and they don't have to put forth a whole lot of effort. So the quality of the work, doesn't have to be great. They're going to get their money anyway. So again, you can, figure that out, a way around that too. The third way is to do a hybrid of both of those systems. And that's what we do. Basically, they get a monthly allowance, which is $15, which, as I looked up allowances online, is not a whole lot of money. Hopefully my kids will not watch this video. But I did find out that usually people give about $1 to $2 per age, or whatever the kid's age is. So like if they're 3, or probably not 3, but 4, they would get $4 to $8 is kind of the range, so per week. So my kids should definitely be making a lot more money than they do, but hopefully they'll never know. So anyways, but we do that. We give them a monthly allowance of $15, and they have their personal chores that they need to do. They have a weekly chore that they need to do. They have a daily chore, like helping with the dishes on some nights. So they have that already written in, and they get $15. But we also give them chores to do that they can earn money much more quickly. Like if I need my car washed, I'll say, hey, does anybody want to wash my car for 20 bucks? I need it washed and I need it swept out, and this is the price. Or say power washing the driveway. That would be a great way to earn a lot of money, or helping with mulch, or that sort of thing. So our kids in elementary school had to basically pay for half of their camp. So that was usually almost all of their money that they earned. It was their chores. It was also their birthday money, and their Christmas money usually went to paying off camp. Also, we pay our kids actually to read the Bible. So that's another way that they can earn money. So that kind of looks like where if they get every day and they've read and journaled something, then they get 50 cents per day. If they've done it every day, then they get $20 for the month extra. So that's even more than their chores. But we are okay with giving them money to do that because we feel like it's such a high priority. It's a habit that we want them to have. So, and I will tell you that most of my kids in junior high have said, you know what, I don't really feel right about you paying me anymore for that. And they've just done it on their own. So, but it helps them, it gives them an incentive to establish that habit. And hopefully that habit will, in turn, you know, become a love for God's word. So that's why we do that. But those are a couple ways that they can earn money so that they can save up for camp or for things that they want. I'd much rather them save up for things that are an experience rather than like more toys and that sort of thing. There are actually a couple of apps that I wanted to let you know about that look really cool. There was Bankaroo, and it was for kids that I would say are probably on the younger side, probably around, I think my granddaughter who was age 4 would love this app. You can like give them stars and you know, however you want to reward them for doing their chores, but it's just, it looks like it's very visual and it's immediate, and if you're tech savvy, it's immediate. So and then there was another app called Rooster Money, and it was for ages 4 to 14, I think, and it looked like a really great app. And then there was also Homey, which I thought was really cool, especially for older kids, like probably older elementary kids. Ones, if your kid has a phone, really, then that would be good for them. Because if they said they've done a chore, and then, like, say for instance, if they said, yes, I made my bed, and then they went to school and you went in their room and they had not made their bed, then you can take a picture and say, hey, please complete this when you get home. And then they have to take a picture and send it back to you and say, I have completed it. And then you have to approve it before they get their reward for that. So I thought that was pretty genius. So, but any of those apps I think would be great if you're good at doing apps. I am not that tech savvy, so I will probably just keep to my just paper system. It's a system that the kids can see automatically, and I will tell you about that at another time. But the system is only as good as you working it. So if you feel like that you're not going to be able to keep up with whatever system and whatever app, whatever compensation that you have figured out, then don't do it. Figure out a way that you're going to be able to be consistent. It's not going to be a headache, and it's not going to be too complicated, and that the kids can see where they're at. So I hope that this helps you guys. If you have a way that you do chores and allowance, and it's different than this, I would love to see it, because I know that these are not the only ways, for sure. So it would be a big help to me, and it would be a big help to others for you guys to put that in the comments of what you do with your kids. All right, I hope you guys have a great weekend.